Hey y'all!
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Griffin.
And I'm Spencer, and today we're going to be telling you about all of our gay firsts. The tea on our first hookup, our first time coming out, all the juicy stuff, as well as
our first kiss, our first date, and trust me, y'all are going to want to stay tuned because it's a little juicy. We're going to start with our individual first and just talk about those, and then we're going to lead into our couple stuff.
So what I really want to know is, who was your first celebrity crush?
My first celebrity crush definitely was Justin Bieber. There is this picture of like where my mom got us tickets to go see Justin Bieber, and there's this video where like me and Rampley like fake pass out like on the bed because we're like so excited because they surprised us with him, and it was really cool. But
yeah, no, that would have been my dream.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
I think it honestly, like, there's two that come to mind. Justin Bieber, totally. I think anyone around our age that was there for that like Justin Bieber thing, that was your first celeb crush.
Yeah.
It just was. I feel like that's a universal experience. But besides Justin Bieber, who also, wait, let's circle back to Justin Bieber. I don't know how, I mean, my parents probably did know I was gay, but if they didn't know, the Justin Bieber posters plastered all over my room should have gave them some sort of hint. That and searching up Justin Bieber shirtless on my mom's computer when I was a child.
Me searching boys kissing boys.
But besides Justin Bieber, Josh Hutcherson.
From Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
I know you've told me this before.
Mm-hmm. Something about him as Peter Millark just really got me hot and bothered as a like 10-year-old.
Okay, so now what I want to know from you is the first time that you realized that you might be gay. When do you think that was?
That is such a complicated question.
It's loaded.
Mainly because the aha moment where I think I accepted myself as gay was when I was like 16 years old, watched Call Me By Your Name, and was like, oh my god, I'm gay, and that's an okay thing.
Yeah.
But I think even before that, you know, just that inkling, like I remember specifically, this might be TMI, this might get cut, but I remember thinking like, I think all guys secretly watch Pay Gorn and just no one says anything. I think that's how I rationalized it, because I tried to not watch it, but I was like, no, like every guy does this.
Okay, because when I would sit there and watch it, I would just like walk up to the mirror afterwards and be like, you are disgusting.
No,
like
see,
you are so gross.
I would never.
I would feel so bad about it.
Really?
Yes, I did not think anybody else did that. I was like, you're the only person in the world who does that. I was like, you're gross. You're nasty.
No, I just thought everyone else was secretly like me, and that's how I survived. Anyways, what was your first time? Was it when you...
What?
Actually, that'll get spilled later down the line.
Oh, is it one of my first? Oh, definitely.
But like, what was the first time you like thought you were gay?
Oh yeah, there's a juicy story coming for y'all. First time that I thought I was gay, I remember being like at church. This is like so crazy. And I just remember like being in my head being like, oh, like I would never do that. I would never date a guy, like ever. And then I'd get home and I'd be like, you know what? I would date a guy. And I would just like feel so bad at church. And then I would go home and I'd be like, you know what? I would.
How old were you?
I was like so young. I definitely was like no older than like 8, 9, 10.
Really?
When I like first had an inkling that like I liked God, and then I kind of made it go away like in middle school. Like I like convinced myself.
That's also, I think that's a Christian thing as well, because you're like kind of raised. And so in my mind, I was like, well, as long as I like never touch a boy, I won't go to hell for being gay. So therefore, like I just will never touch a boy, and like I'm good, I'm fine. But like besides that, like I just remember thinking like, there's no way I could ever like come out or be gay. I would rather than do that, you know?
Yeah, I literally thought the same thing, and it's so crazy like looking back on it, being like that is so crazy that I felt that way about who I am today.
Yeah.
Like I feel like little me would be so proud of me now.
Little me would be very proud as well, and it's crazy how much your life can just change and how much easier it gets to be yourself. So segueing off of that, why don't we jump into something a bit more juicy with our first time hooking up with a guy?
We would say first kiss, but
They're
it
one
was
and
all
the
in the
same.
same.
The same exact thing. Yeah. You open the door a little bit, and all of a sudden there's a thing.
Chill.
That's
chill.
so getting cut.
You open the door to something, and then like all of a sudden, like people, their hands are like this, and it's like.
Oh my god, that just brought back a core memory from 6th grade drama class. Did middle
6th grade?
Did middle school? No, this is like not what you think it is. In middle school, would guys like put their hand on your thigh and like count and see how long you lasted? And like if you left their hand on your thigh for a long time, they'd call you gay.
No.
Well, that happened to me in 6th grade.
And you left it there.
I was like, I think I was just like in like a state of paralyzation. Cause I was like, why the fuck is this guy's hand on me? And yeah, that was a lot. That was very.
That's so tricky.
I know. It's so
tricky. Because
tricky.
I wouldn't say anything just based off the fact of like, are you trying to tell me something?
Yeah. So there's no idea how I played that off. I probably just like got really red in the face and.
That is crazy.
I know, isn't it? Back into our first time hooking up with a guy, Griffin. I'm gonna let you lead this.
First hook up with a guy. This is so crazy. If you're from my hometown and you watch this, you don't
Turn it off.
You don't know who it is. You don't know who it is. Like, I just don't want to like out the student like anyway. So that's why I'm gonna be very picky with the way that I describe this.
Okay, we're back from a short break because our camera ran out of space. Shocker. We're unprepared once again.
Like, this is just like, this is so par for the course with us. Like, something is always happening when we try to film. And if you're any of my friends and I've told you about this, mind your business.
Shut up.
But no, I've kept this very low key. I think I've maybe told like 2 people about it, 3, including you,
Juicy.
my whole life. So I'm gonna change his name to something that like it completely isn't. I'm gonna call him Chad. Me and Chad, we were like similar ages, but he was a year older. My first kiss was with him. We just like kind of knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So me and Chad, we got hooked up through a mutual friend.
Oh my god, I forgot how crazy this story
Yes,
is.
it's so crazy. It's so crazy. So we got hooked up through like this mutual friend who liked both of us. And like he had like admitted some stuff to this person, and this person had like told me that like he was interested in me, but like it was supposed to be like a low key thing. Okay, basically guess. This girl wanted to hook up with both of us, and I mean obviously I was like okay, sure, because I want to hook up with him. Oh god, I would die if she watched this. See, but you can't say that though because everybody would know who it is from my hometown. Anyways, those plans never made it out of that group chat, but his and I's plans, they made it out of that group chat in like a couple days. So we would like meet up at like this park close to where I live, and we would like definitely pretend that we were like practicing sports. I'm not gonna say which one. But so we would like pretend that we were, and then we would. This happened a couple times, but the first one is the one I'm like focusing on.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much the same every time. And so I got in his truck, you know, one thing leads to another, and there we are. Everything. What's crazy, I got my first kiss from a guy on the same day, everything else, and then lost my virginity all in the same day.
One fell swoop.
Well, yeah, like, but I mean, honestly, I don't regret any of it. Like, I think
no, that's like honestly the type of experience I wish I had.
Yeah.
I think that's what most people want. Like that's almost best case scenario.
By the way, this lasted for like 3 years. This like lasted a really long time.
And I don't know if you want me to say this, but it ended with the guy telling Griffin that he loves him and then blocking him the next day.
On everything. But then he hit me up like a year later and was like trying to get at me, and I was just like had nothing to do with it.
Okay, but even then, would he still be your type now?
I actually, it's funny you say that. I googled him the other day like on Instagram just to like see what he was up to. I mean, obviously has his own life now, but no.
Wait, I want to see.
Not my type at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's like about what I expect. Exactly. They're always the ones that like 30 years later you're gonna find on Grindr, bi married dad looking for fun. Like that's
and they ain't never bi.
That's what that is. Like I think that bi guys can exist, but I'm much less skeptical of ones that are open about it versus ones that hide their gayness.
I think if people are open about being bisexual, you are 100% bisexual. But if you're like weird about it, you definitely fall one way more than
I agree.
Maybe. Not to box anyone in, be whoever you want, but that's just like the vibe that I've always felt.
Same. But then again, who am I to know? I'm just a little gay boy.
Let's jump into yours.
Honestly,
I know this like kind of already. I think I know who it is.
I think you do too.
Is it? No. Oh my, that was your first guy?
Yeah. So this was right after I had like accepted that I was gay. I was still with my last girlfriend. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry, but yes, I cheated on you.
It's okay. My girlfriend found out I was cheating on her with a guy.
I'm with my last girlfriend. I just realized I was gay. I'm about 16. I just turned 17 actually, maybe, and I was like, well, I'm a download Grindr. You know, it's time, baby. And so I downloaded Grindr. Ended up finding this guy in like a neighboring high school that was on the wrestling team. I think he was a year older than me. I was a junior, he was a senior. I don't even know. We just like chatted, talked about meeting up. And so one night I was like, okay, like let's actually do this. So I told my parents I was going to Chick-fil-A with my then girlfriend. I was not going to Chick-fil-A with my then girlfriend. I went to Chick-fil-A. If you know, you know. I'm sure Life 360 has patched this at this point. But if you're a Life 360 kid, you know you would...
Oh.
Kai.
Not too much.
Parkour!
If you were a Life 360 kid, you know that hack where you could go somewhere, turn your cellular data for the app off, and your location would stay paused there. So that's what I did. I drove to this Chick-fil-A, turned my location off, and then I drove to like a nearby neighborhood, and like they had like an empty pool parking lot that was kind of tucked away. I did all this searching for this specific spot on Google Maps. I was like, where's a parking lot that I can get into that looks secluded? It was thought out.
Was everybody's first time in a car?
We didn't, we didn't go all the way.
Oh, so I'm just easy. So
we just met up. He got in the back of my Jeep. My beautiful all-black Jeep with red leather seats. And, we just, like, hooked up. It was fine. It was nothing crazy.
Wait, you know what I think would be so funny? If you did hook up in a car for your first time, tell us the make and the model in the comments. And I'll put a make and the model of ours, right? Imagine, like, hooking up in a Kia Soul.
See, I think I only hooked up with this guy one time, and then, I don't know, like, it just never, like, progressed further than that. I still had a girlfriend, so I wasn't looking for a boyfriend, per se. The first time I fucked a guy, I think I was still 17, and he was 23, which, like, some people might be weird about that, but I would lie and say I was 18, so, like... T. Yeah, I definitely got banned on Grindr. Oh, no, I got banned on Tinder at one point. I was trying to be honest and I put I'm actually 17 in my bio, instant ban. Instant. No. Down the line though, the first time I actually did it with a guy, it was this guy who was 23, he had a girlfriend, and like honestly he's like low-key Griffin's like archetype. Like he's a southern boy about my height, like cute, just like that kind of vibe.
It was destined.
My room in my parents' house was in the basement at this point, but the windows were on like a sensor. Every door and window in our house had sensors on them. How I would sneak people into my room is I would open the window while my parents weren't upstairs in their bedroom where they could hear the little ding ding ding. And so I opened my window, left it open for a bit, and then he came over. I had him crawl through my window, and we did it in my shower. My shower, I had like LED lights all over.
I'm just imagining the shower.
Like it was like cinematic, honestly, and it was fun. And like I hooked up with that guy a couple more times after that, but But so that was kind of my first hooking up experience. Segueing now into that first date with a guy. What's the first time we went to a restaurant? I don't know what yours might be. So let's hear it.
I always say that like Spencer is my first boyfriend because like he pretty much is. I did quote unquote date this guy for like 3 weeks. I jumped out of a relationship with a girl and started dating this dude like 2 weeks later. And it just like nothing, and I didn't even like know, like it was all a secret from like everyone I knew.
Yeah.
It was just like honestly it was such a weird thing. I'm pretty sure our first date is we went and got hibachi and then like went and watched like the sunset somewhere. It was like kind of cute.
That is cute.
Because like he had like a little truck.
Yeah.
I was always for like a dude with a truck.
Mine was kind of cute like that too. I remember I got off work at the marina and met up with that guy at a sushi restaurant, and we just got sushi, went back to my place, hooked up, and yeah, that was that really.
You slut.
It was nothing too
You are
crazy.
really nasty and really
I
easy.
remember I wouldn't even bring boys past my parents. When I was bringing guys over in high school, I'd like tell my parents, I'm like, you're not meeting them. And I would just have them come down through the basement every
What? No, I let my parents meet that dude. He spent the night one time.
Really?
Yeah, my dad called us cuddling. That was like a whole thing.
I feel like we've covered all of our individual firsts.
Yeah, we definitely have.
Why don't we get into the first from our relationship?
Yes, this is where it picks up anyways.
Let's start off with first contact. Who reached out to who? I don't know how this happened. I think it's because Griffin was mega insta-ho. Back in the day, because Griffin followed me at some point when I was in high school. Which I don't know how he found my Instagram, but he still followed me at some point in high school. And then I get to college and I see him like post a picture in Kennesaw, and I was like, wait a minute, like we are so close to each other. He's cute. I don't know if I asked for your Snapchat or if I just had your Snapchat too, but I was like, oh my god, I have a Snapchat. I sent you a picture. You responded, and then all I said was, are you into guys? Left on red. I said, oh, I thought, oh, that's like so weird. Maybe he just is, taking a long time to reply. Maybe he's busy. No, actually, 2 months went by and I didn't hear anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just try again. I just said, hey, I'm like, what's up? Our camera overheated this time, and we took a big break from filming this. I reached out one more time, get ignored, just straight up ignored this time. So I said, I'm gonna let that just chill, whatever. And then Griffin ended up hitting me up like 2 months after that.
Because we had a class in the same building and we passed each other on the stairs. So that's why I hit him up.
Have you ever seen Pen 15?
And then there's him.
Mine!
Yeah, so then we ended up just like scheduling a little hangout session.
Yes, let's tell me about our first hangout. Like the first time we
hung out. Honestly, like nothing much to it. We said, let's hang out. Griffin wasn't going to say anything. The day of, I was like, hey, are we still doing something?
Meanwhile, I'd been cleaning my apartment like all day long.
He was like, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Playing it chill, keeping it cool.
But so yeah, I like literally all I remember from that is I came over, you grabbed me from like the U Point parking lot. I remember being so nervous, but convincing myself it was excitement.
Who do you think was more nervous for the first hangout between us?
I think probably you were, just because you're generally a more anxious person.
Yeah, I am.
All I remember doing is smoking, watching a movie, and...
Why does it feel like every like gay couple, like the first time they hung out, it was because they hooked up?
Yeah.
Which is like so terrible, but like also at the same time, not really.
I mean, you don't know if you're gonna... I feel like that's just like common for that age.
Yeah.
You don't know you're looking for a boyfriend until you find someone you like. We just continued hanging out after that. I would say what was our first... Oh, do you remember our first date? What do you think our first date was?
Sociology?
No. It was in Inman Park.
Oh, that was our first one?
That was the first...
Oh.
That was like 2 to 3 weeks into hanging out. We went to this little like thrift pop-up in Inman Park, weirdly, which like is where some of our favorite places to eat are now. But we went to that little thrift pop-up, went to Kava after. It was super cute.
It was so much fun. We took pictures there that day,
Oh,
and so
yeah.
like some people, like we'll insert the pictures here.
This was our like soft launch moment. I think we both knew we weren't being slick, but like we weren't gonna post each other like on our stories or anything.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, we'll just post in the same location and like that'll get all the vibes.
Yeah, and somebody brought it up to us the other day.
Yeah,
they, like followed us.
They like I noticed when you posted that.
Yeah, and we would love to tell you about the first time that we did the deed, but I feel like there's some things that need to be kept just
for us. We share so much already.
The only thing y'all need to know is it involved a bottle of wine
and some like
some
Astroglide. But so our first trip together, first time we went to Jamaica, we've been dating for about a year.
Yeah, we've been together for about a year, but I had never like posted pictures of us together. Until this was our first like posting time together.
Yeah, we took everything so slow.
We did. We took everything really slow, and I think that's why we're still together.
I think so.
Because we didn't like do
didn't
everything
burn
as
out
fast.
too fast.
Yeah. We've let this relationship be like a slow burner. Do you remember what it was like the first time we ever posted each other on our Instagrams?
No.
Do you remember like, did like none of your friends like text you or like call me like, oh my god?
Not that I remember.
No, all my
honestly.
friends were so excited. It was like so cute, and they were like texting me. They were like happy for me. It was really sweet. It was a nice moment. Apparently I'm boring, y'all. Now we're gonna do a rapid fire round where we say questions and we're gonna say who we think leans.
I like this.
Just listen. Who was more nervous on the first date? Definitely me.
Griffin is
100%
anxious
me.
boy always.
Who said I love you first?
Me.
Spencer. Ooh, tell him the story of how you said that. It was like really sweet.
What I remember from that, and like maybe you can help me fill in the gaps, but we were laying in your bed.
Well, you said
I
I remember
oh my God.
the way he phrased it is he was saying something. He was like, I love you, and like just like the way you said it.
I think it honestly just rolled off my tongue.
He was like ending a sentence with I do love you. And it was so sweet because like we were just laying on my bed like having a very intimate moment.
Yeah.
I think Franklin was there for that.
Franklin was always there. And then after that we went to our favorite date night spot in Kennesaw, Sociology.
And that was the first place that we ever did a date night on TikTok. So I would love to like stitch it and
oh my God, that was crazy.
Yeah, redo it. Back to the rapid fire. Who made the first move?
Me.
Spencer. Who is more shy about PDA?
Me.
Spencer,
I
for sure.
like, as weird as it sounds, like as openly gay that I am, I just don't like PDA. Like
I don't really like.
I don't
it either.
like I don't mind holding hands like here and there. I'm never gonna be like all like those those couples in like the roller coaster ride line.
Oh my god!
You will never.
That's
That's just never gonna be
that.
me. I'm never gonna be like kissing all up on you. Like I might have my arm around you or something, but like I'm just never gonna be like super PDA forward unless we're in like the Eagle.
Yeah, like I feel like my style of PDA, we're actually out in the public where it's mainly heterosexual and people. I feel like I just like give him like a little pinky touch.
Yeah, it's
or like just like
over the top.
Yeah, it's like almost something that like you and your friends would do, like if you like just were feeling uncomfortable. Who remembers more details about our first? I don't even know who it is because we both don't remember.
Do you remember what movie we watched?
Yes.
What?
Call Me by Your Name.
Wrong.
What?
It was Dune.
We watched Dune first? That makes so much sense because he's so obsessed with that movie.
I love.
Does it bring you back to when we first met?
Yeah. No, yeah, we watched. Well, we didn't really watch Dune, but I turned Dune off.
we didn't do much watching of that movie.
No. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, most of the time we turn on a movie, I feel like more so now, if we actually turn on a movie, we'll watch.
Yeah, no, we'll like actually watch movies now.
But for the first like year we dated,
like TV was just background.
It's just background. It was actually so fun to look back on all those memories that like me and you shared.
I know, it's kind of crazy.
And also
just
to know more about you, because I feel like we talk about these things, but we don't like get in depth.
It's just crazy how much I've changed and grown, and I'm sure you can say the same.
Yeah. We would also love to hear about y'all's first two, your first crush, your first kiss, your first date. Whatever you're willing to share, drop it in the comments and let us know. Because now that we've been vulnerable with y'all gotta give us some tea on you too. Like, I wanna know.
And if you've stayed to the end, thank you for sitting through this with us, chatting with us, being here with us. We hope you enjoyed hearing about some of our first, and maybe even related to some of them.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you haven't already watched all of our other videos, go watch those too.
Yeah, check them out. Maybe one day we can be consistent on this app. And if you like this style of video, let us know. It helps us so much when trying to figure out what to film for YouTube. Love you guys.
Love y'all. Bye.